Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's reading will be a pick a card, a message from your spirit guides. It's a message meant to find you right now. It will be an intuitive reading, so please follow along. Take a moment to choose option A, B or C, the card you're most drawn to. The timestamps will be down in the description below, so please take a moment to choose, and I'll begin with option A in a moment. Hello option A and welcome to your reading. So we'll begin with the Nine of Stones tradition. I'm sensing some of you have been going through a period of discomfort, or there's a part of you that's seeking some sort of solace, comfort, togetherness. It might feel like you're a bit untethered at the moment. The Nine of Stones is a card about seeking tradition, seeking comfort in old traditions. They could be family traditions, they could be religious or cultural. It could just even be your own traditions. Some of you will be making your own. Responsibility. Like I said, I feel like a lot of you are perhaps way down or looking for some comfort. Part of the Ten of Bows, the responsibility, is bearing a burden. It's very much like the Ten of Wands. It's enduring. It's carting everything up a difficult path. It's moving up a hard path with the terrible weight. Maybe you don't feel like you're qualified enough at your job. Maybe you feel like you have too much work or too many responsibilities. But it kind of gives you that motivation when you see the home settlement in the background. It does feel like for a lot of you that you are working very hard. You're doing this primarily for your family, for your home, or simply for yourselves, so you have somewhere nice to live, so you can support your family. Maybe you're even a carer, some of you, supporting loved ones. The Pole Star. I feel like you have a focus on something in particular. I do feel like you're walking a path, like I said, of responsibility, but it's a harder path. You're bearing a lot of burden. Some of you, I feel you have a dream, you have a hope, you have a guiding light that's keeping you going. So for example, some of you might be working a very difficult job because you have children, or going through a very difficult divorce or separation, or you might just have suddenly accumulated a lot more responsibility. And it feels almost like a hearth and home type of energy you have, a coming together. You have dedication. Like I said, you are very reliable. You're dedicated to your work, you're dedicated to your family, you're dedicated to your goals, and there's an aspect of you that's dedicated to your dreams. It's incredible that you have something to focus on that keeps you motivated and going. You also have tradition again though. Like I said, there's an area of you that needs to perhaps deflect, to find a source of comfort, of perhaps connecting to your roots. This could be a time to look for traditions from family members, or spend more time with your elderly relatives, or maybe even become part of a new spiritual movement, and find a religion or something like that that speaks to you personally and that gives you this sense of connection with the earth, connection with yourself. Dedication though is also a sign that you need to keep working towards something. If there is a particular goal you want and it isn't set on this path, so for example if you're working every day just to put food on the table but you have no time for your dreams, this is a card that you need to remain dedicated and dedicate extra time, whatever it is, to achieving what you want. Because things come with a lot of work. If you notice, she's putting the arrow through the wrong way. Her eyes are closed. She isn't focusing on the task at hand. She isn't putting her attention into the right things. She's not even dressed appropriately for this. Do you see? There's parts of you that want something that in your current state you need to make alterations for. The Eight of Vessels is rebirth. I feel like your spirit guides are saying that there's going to be an opportunity for change coming up. I feel like you might reach a level with your responsibility that you can move on to the next thing. So for example, you might reach a stage of promotion or a new job opportunity, or someone comes along and lends a hand. You have the Six of Vessels, reunion. Some of you it will be getting back together with an ex, others of you it could be a family reunion, or even just feeling like you found yourself again. You know, sometimes if you spend a lot of time working, or you spend a lot of time socialising or doing a variety of different things, you kind of lose a sense of yourself. Reunion can also be coming back to yourself. This is emotional, it's vessels. This is emotionally fulfilling to you. This is like the Six of Cups, it's nostalgia, it's happy childhood. I really feel a lot of you have a powerful tie to your home and family at the moment, and your spirit guides are saying nurture it. I really feel a lot of you are motivated by your family. I'm getting a lot of earth and water energies from you. But I do feel you need to sometimes maybe let go in order to find things for yourself. You have the Archer, so you see someone who's taking aim, someone who is precise, someone who is planning, who is taking time to line up their shots, someone who's preparing themselves. This is the energies the spirit guides want you to be aware of. There are going to be opportunities for you coming. You need to be precise, you need to get everything lined up and ready, and you need to focus intensely on something. It's also a very defensive card and a card of talent. You have the Five of Arrows, which is frustration. Again, it can feel like bottled up anger. For example, if you do resonate with these cards strongly, that you are feeling heavily burdened by responsibility, or that you can't quite have as much fun or do as many things as you want to do, this is how that card will probably resonate, that you can't achieve your end goal. There are lots of obstacles or people, or maybe even yourself, you're getting in your own way. It's a card of struggling along a path. I feel like you want a dream, but it feels like it's too distant at the moment. I am getting a very peaceful, relaxed feeling from this though. It doesn't feel like you're necessarily actively very stressed. It feels more like you're someone who can bear the burden. Empowerment, again, it's about mastery over craft. It's about feeling like you're fulfilling yourself. It's about facing your fears. It's about gaining enough skill to move into the next thing. Some of you might feel that you don't deserve a job opportunity, or to follow your dreams, or to try a new hobby. And this empowerment means maybe if you tried right now, you won't necessarily have all of the skills, but it's a learning curve as well. You have a number of bows cards, actually, bows and arrows. There's about engineering here and about focus. Arrows are about focus, dedication, precision, working towards something. And bows are such, they're like engineering, they're innovative, they're creating, they're building craft. They're working, they're honing skills. I really feel like if you hone your skills, you're going to be able to move into a very positive type of future. The Page of Stones links apprenticeship. Like I said, I feel some of you are actually going to have an opportunity maybe to go back into study, maybe a real apprenticeship, maybe it's just you're going to finally have time to try this new thing. You have the Guardian there though. It's almost like there's a gatekeeper. It's asking you, do you want to proceed down the path you're on, or do you want to proceed down the next one? Each one will be a path of unknown. This will be a challenge for you to face. For example, it might be a challenge of self-confidence. It might be a challenge of other people. It might be a challenge of doing things out of your comfort zone. The Two of Arrows is injustice. Be afraid of allowing injustices in the past of hanging up your future, and don't allow yourself to feel victimized by your past. The journey is the bare bones. Things are getting down to the middle of it now. It's a sign that you have to lay it all bare. If there's something you want, you need to go for it. You might need to set other things aside, or even people aside, a little bit to achieve this. But there's going to be an opportunity, and it's going to be a, do you want this or not? You have the Queen of Vessels, of salmon, of kindness. This is a water card. This is someone who's stable. This is fruitful. This is persevering. This is there's energy here as well. I really feel like you're a responsible, almost like a queenly type of energy. And I feel like this is going to bring you satisfaction. The green man, he's manifesting, he's growth, he's stability, he's abundance. He's someone who's in touch with the wild, he's in touch with himself, he's responsible. He's almost an alchemist. I feel like there's things in your life you're going to have these opportunities to do, and I feel these are going to allow you to hone your craft. Again, getting in touch with tradition, building new traditions, really working to build more things in your life are going to open up so many doors for you, so many opportunities, and bring you so much fulfillment with that Queen of Vessels. I really do feel like you're a very stable person as well. So if you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Hello option B, and welcome to your reading. You might have noticed the layout's changed a little bit. After I finished Group A, the camera came crashing down. So the whole entire stand actually came off the table. It was shocking. So we'll begin your reading with the King of Stones. I'm seeing you as someone who's very responsible and mature, but I also see this card as reflecting a period of stability and provision, of reliability, of dependability, and of skill in your life. I do feel like you might, for some of you, might be being offered a job or moving up the ladder in some way in your life, gaining an extra level of responsibility. So for example, you might be taking charge around your home with your children. You might have a new job, for example. There's something in your life that I really feel like you're very loyal to, that you're very devoted to, and I also feel like you're very skilled and protective over. You have the Ace of Bows, the Spark of Life. That's a very positive card. It's kind of like the Ace of Wands, but it's more about having like that inspiration. It's about honing your equipment. The bow, it can take a long time to make, for example. How would I word this? It feels like at the moment you're also going to be honing your skills. There could be an opportunity for some of you to move forward. Like I said, you're gaining more responsibility. Some of you are stepping up a level in the career. It feels like some of you are being offered extra opportunities to gain new skills. Or some of you, it feels like you might just simply be gaining a new inspiration. So if you look in the cold harsh of winter, right here, it's almost like a summer. It's like a spring type of energy where the fire, the spark, the light has struck the earth and everything's coming back again. There's a sense of warmth returning, the pink sky. It feels like you're moving, like faded pink to a brighter pink. It feels like you're moving away from the almost like a sluggish winter of resilience, of hard work, of pragmatism, of loyalty. It feels like you're going to be offered a new opportunity soon. The Ancestor. Again, like I said, I feel like a lot of you have a lot of ties with your family at the moment. This is a card of really getting down to your roots. For some of you, it might be worthwhile speaking to elderly relatives, collecting information from them, or going back to previous traditions. For example, last year, I was asked to write about a family tradition, and my dad is Scottish, and he has a tradition on New Year's first footing, where someone with dark hair would go and take a gift to another person's house. To allow them basically to come out of the house on New Year's Day, and you couldn't go unless someone came and gave you a gift. And obviously sometimes it could be a very positive gift, especially food, and other times it could be a bit of a trick gift. If they come to your house, you're supposed to give them food. It really feels like that type of energy surrounding you. You have like a home, very family oriented, almost everyone's closing in for the winter type of energy, but there's also a bright spark there. You have the Great Bear, which, like I said, that's winter solstice energy. That's very powerful energy. You're coming to a turning point in life. You're going to be offered an opportunity, and the Great Bear is the protector there. It's so, do you want to continue or do you want to turn back? Like I said, there's a big opportunity coming, and I feel like this is going to give you another step in life. It's going to give you like I said, more opportunity, but also a period of that you're going to need to take to hone those skills. So for example, it might be study, or it might just be a kind of like online study, just working on something. You have the Four of Arrows there, which is rest. Now, that indicates for some of you feeling exhausted. It feels like you've put up a fight for too long. It feels also like you've come to an end of something. If you notice the butterfly there, it's not a caterpillar, it's not a little larva or in a little cocoon. It's fully grown. You've reached the end of something and it's time to take a break. You have so many winter cards there. It really feels like the message from the universe for you is also you need a period of rest, because the rest is going to help fuel your spark of life. There's an energy coming in. There's that bright spark coming. There's an opportunity, an idea, a new thing. It feels like maybe something's going to suddenly snap. You have clearance. Now, that's a card of needing to clear out the old to make room for the new. So, for example, old baggage from a previous relationship, perhaps literal clutter around the house, or ties that need to be resolved, conflicts, that type of thing. Clear the way mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, however it resonates, because the new idea, the new spark of life needs room to grow. You need a period of rest before you can take this opportunity. You have the Page of Arrows Wren. That's about direction. That's about having your mind on something and being precise. It also indicates, part of the message of this card is your youth will carry you through. So for some of you it could be your literal youth, but it also means your spirit, being high-spirited, being open-minded, being eager, and really just putting the time in and allowing things to progress. It's also a card of listening to others and being very direct and precise. If you want something, you need to persevere for it. You have the Knight of Arrows. That's often about being surrounded by people who are very communicative, very good, like-minded with you. They're very intelligent people, I feel like you are, and I feel like you're going to, like I said, have opportunities maybe to branch out, and this will bring you into new social groups. Sometimes the Knight of Arrows, though, can indicate that you're going to be the one speaking on behalf of a group. So, for example, it might be an underprivileged or marginalised group you speak for, or it might be people at work, or it could be someone else in your life that you need to speak for. It's also a very direct card. It's a card of action, and like I said, it's often there's often a slight like political edge to it, in that sense of you will be engaging with other people, and often these people feel very stimulating to you. You have the shaman. Now, I do feel like I said there is going to be a change, moving on from something. The shaman is taking all of your knowledge and manifesting it into your life, into the community. It's really doing things with everything you have. It's making something and it's sharing with others, and it's kind of have you ever felt, or maybe some of you have literally moved far away from home into a new community, or maybe some of you have recently moved back or intend to. This card could indicate you trying to adjust to a new area, a new way of life. With the knowledge you already have and your experiences, you're coming back into something with a new level of learning. You have the Hooded Man, which is kind of like the Hermit. This is a card of inner reflection, of taking time out. So you have so many winter cards. At the moment you're kind of taking the time out, but if you notice after the page here comes the Knight. It really does feel like you're going to be moving into that spring soon. Once you make the adjustments, you take your rest, you clear things out, you clear your mind, and you really face what are you committed to in life. Your Hooded Man here, your reflection, your dreams are in the little lamp. What do you want? Look, in fact here, is that the wren there? Again, see, that's you. And the Hooded Man could even be some counsel in your life, someone who can give you incredible advice. So if you know someone, or you think there might be someone, and it could be someone on the edge a little bit, someone you wouldn't expect it to be, like someone you don't think maybe has that much, as much experience as they actually do. Another card or two. Then we'll wrap up the message. The foundation of life. The sun of life. Like I said, you're coming out of this winter period. There is going to be a little bit of challenge here with that hair, the mirror. Okay, the sun of life is creativity, it's abundance, it's happiness. It's the sun in tarot, basically. It's all of that joy and energy coming to the brink. You're going to be very satisfied. When this winter ends, I don't feel like you're necessarily going to hit spring. I feel like you might go straight into a summer. I feel like the universe is saying you have a lot of creative potential here with this ace and this sun. There's something in you, there's a spark, a brilliant idea, and you might not know what it is yet. You might need some advice or some help to get this along the way, but I feel it could be very beneficial for you. You have the Queen of Bows, which is kindness, but the hares often fight for breeding territory, so I feel like you could face a few challenges. You might have to fight for the position. If it's, for example, you're offered a job or an opportunity in something, but you may have competition, or you may have to tackle some challenges before you can achieve it. This is a card of be kind, be open-minded, but don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. You have the foundation of life. I feel like your life is going to gain a new purpose, like growing a new tree, entering a new season. There's a new period coming on. The mirror is about reflection. It's about how you see yourself, your inner security, what you know about yourself, how you represent that. And if you notice, that's quite cold looking in the background as well. Like I said, you have rest and the mirror. That's your reflection. The Hooded Man. It's taking time out to think about what you truly want, how you truly want to be seen in this world. And if you're brave enough to stand up and take it, because these cards, the outcome for you is saying you have plenty of potential here, and I really do believe you have great opportunity. The Ten of Stones, home, that's coming home. How would I explain? Coming home at the end of the day to the place of absolute safety. It's having a safe space in your mind as well as in real life. It's about finding your true purpose, your true place, and it's bringing harmony and warmth and love and other people into your life. It's building like I said, the foundation of life. I feel like you have worked very hard, and your King of Stones here is you. Mature, responsible, loyal, conservative with your resources. You're really putting the time in, and this spark, this energy is going to come forward. Your karmic reward will be coming in. And I do feel you're going to end up getting everything you want. You're going to reach the end goal, and you're going to have a very fulfilled future. So if you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Hello Option C, and welcome to your reading. So we'll begin with the Ten of Arrows instruction. I'm feeling straight away that there's an opportunity of learning for you. There's something in your life you need to learn about. There's instruction that you need. The Ten of Arrows is also quite strongly related to family, your ancestors, people before you. It could even be people in your culture. There's something you need to learn from people around you, older relatives. There's that type of energy going on. The universe is saying you need instruction on something. Okay. Okay. The transition card for me clarified it quite well. I feel like for some of you, you're looking to move into a new path. That Six of Arrows transition is about moving on. It can be like moving away from home, moving into a new place. It can mean metaphorically like you're stepping away from the old into something new. It's going on the adventure. I've said before, I think, that this card reminds me of the old Legend of Zelda game, The Wind Waker, when you leave the first island and you're kind of, there's almost a sadness, but it's excitement, there's adventure coming up, there's a change, and you have everything behind you. You're kind of leaving something behind to gain more experience, more in the future. But there's also, to me, it reminds me of coming back. The sun's setting, but the moon's rising, there's new opportunities. There's also a sense that one day you might return. You're looking back, this is something you're leaving. The swan is a symbol of grief and of moving forward and of grace. And I do feel like there's a part of you that perhaps needs a little bit of guidance in moving forward in life at the moment. It could feel like maybe you've been stuck. The Four of Stones is protection. It's often looking for shelter from others. It can be hanging on to comforts that we have or old ways of doing things. It can be feeling very vulnerable, and sometimes we may seek others, like old things, not wanting to move out, not wanting to change something, not wanting to see people get old. There's a sense of that with it, of wanting to be grounded, wanting to have your feet on the ground there. The Ace of Vessels is the waters of life. I do feel like you have a lot of water here. It indicates a lot of movement. I feel that if you want to progress, if you want to move on, the universe is saying that you need to start making some changes. You need to actually go with the flow of life. The swan again appears here for you. It's about grief. You're going to have to lose something in order to gain something else. You're going to have to move on. If you notice here, this little thing, it reminds me of the moon on the water card. It's about there's always something else. There's always a light. There's something going on somewhere. There's always potential. There's always a future. There's always the unknown. You have the Two of Stones there. Again, that's challenge. I feel some of you, it could be a challenge within yourself, but it can also be a challenge in life. It can be quite often a challenge with someone else, so it could be an argument. You have straight away next to it the Knight of Stones, which is a card of kindness, of patience, of doing things diligently, of going forward. Horses are very spiritual, they're very free. It's also a card of maybe, if you are facing challenges with another person, to be light-hearted, because you also have the kind, gentle, playful otter, the hopeful card, the very sort of loving, family-oriented card. I feel like a lot of you, if you've picked this option, you have a loving family or very loving people around you that want to support you and care for you. You have the Two of Vessels, which is attraction. Some of you may even have a supportive partner, or this could indicate for some of you that a new partner is coming in very soon. We have the Wanderer. Now that's like the Fool's energy. That's taking a carefree step forward. That's having some fun. That's being light-hearted and being joyful. It's taking joyful steps in life. It's appreciating the small things. It's going on a little adventure and learning to explore. I do feel some of you need to step out of your comfort zone with this. The universe is saying you need to go on a little adventure. Find yourself. Don't cling to home. Don't cling to old ways. Don't cling to old comforts too much. Sometimes when there are a lot of changes in life, they can feel very much sort of a safe place to be, but right now it feels like you need to move away from a safe place because you have so much future potential. There's so much movement, so much water, emotions, feelings. The Queen of Stones is someone who can be demanding, can be very a little bit averse to risk, someone who's nurturing, a very home-oriented person. Some of you, for example, you might actually have a desire to build a home and family of your own. You have attraction, you have protection, you have instruction, which could indicate you and your children in some cases. And the Queen of Stones bear, I feel like there's something you're very protective of, and I do feel like it's related to your family. Some of you might not be wanting to take a job far away because of this. Some of you might be finding it hard to have changes in your family. I do feel like that family or very close relations are important to you. The Seer is someone who is able to manifest things and do things. Someone who's able to put energy into that. Someone who's resourceful. She's like the magician in that way. The Three of Vessels, joy. I feel you have a path of a very, what do I say, social, very happy, bright future ahead of you. But it feels like there's parts of you that need to start taking risks. You need to be willing to face challenges head on. You need to become very confident here. Let's pull another card. The the blasted oak, a change that's needing to happen. The forest lovers. Some of you, again, like I said, you're feeling bored. It might even be you're bored in a relationship. It could be that you're bored with the person you've been with, or for some of you it's that you're bored single. The forest lovers could also indicate partnership or some other close ties. They're not always love. We're back to the blasted oak though. Like I said, a change that needs to happen so you can go on an adventure. The instruction here is perhaps even the people that are close to you are going to guide you as you step out on your new adventure. I do feel like there's a lot of feeling behind this, and I do feel there's a part of you that finds it quite hard. I nearly dropped the whole deck then. We have the King of Bows, Fox. That's about engineering, that's about having everything in charge, being sly, being clever. Getting everything you want, achievement. The World Tree. The King of... Oh, the Knight of Bows, sorry, and that's the King of Bows, there we go. Respect. Creativity. Yeah, there is going to be a path for you forward that's going to allow you to grow, and like I said, the instruction here, these cards are drawing my attention again. There's a message here that there's someone in your life that can offer you great help in honing your skills, whatever project, whatever plan it is you want to move into in the future. There's some honing to do, but I do feel like a change is needed, and a change is going to be happening anyway, whether you want it to or not. Some of you, I do feel like there's an aspect of romance, but overall I'm feeling more like this is a life progression thing. This is moving to a new stage. The World Tree, again, there's a sense here of enormous gain, but it's also a sense that you still have a lot behind you. I feel like you do have a very supportive family. The Green Woman, I feel like that's also you, someone who's nurturing, who can kind of make anything, who's very, how would I explain this? Someone who's unafraid of getting their hands dirty, someone who's nurturing, someone who's kind, someone who's able to sustain you, to fuel you, to inspire other people and help them grow and develop themselves. In a sense, I see this as like a milk of life type of energy, something that fuels and feeds and nourishes other people. I do feel like you're someone who has a lot to give as well, and you have the Six of Bows, abundance, and then you have respect. I feel like you have the capacity to gain a lot of respect from your loved ones, but also in your community. I feel like you're a very strong person and you have a lot more to offer. It could even be, this card again is drawing my attention, some people in your life are saying, come on, you need to have your own life now, you need to move on, stop worrying about us, stop worrying about this. Don't avoid risks. And for some of you, if you are looking for a family, this is also very positive. There's a lot of success here, there's a lot of opportunity, abundance. You have all of these nurturing cards in the Forest Lovers. I feel like if you're also on a path to find a romantic partner, this is going to be an opportunity, but you need to really step out there and make those changes. You do have a transition coming up, you do have the blasted oak, something is going to change in your life, and I do feel like for a lot of you there's an aspect of, although you love your comforts, there's a bit of you that's a little bit bored. So if you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.